All-Americans. Now we're ready to go at 118 pounds, the beginning of the college wrestling season for the 12th year. It's going to be Dan Knight, a freshman from Clinton, Iowa, whose record is now 9-6, against a sophomore from Fullerton, California for Lehigh in the brown, whose record is 5-8. In the red...
Circle it in, guys.
In the red, it is Dan Knight. In the brown, it's Regan, who just made a shot on the edge of the mat, and they're sent back to the middle again by referee Bill Rhodes. Shot again by Regan. That's one way to keep somebody like Knight off of you, is make the first shot.
This is really, though, where Dan Knight likes to be. He likes to work front headlock. You'll see him work it hard, a strong snap, and he'll look to snap down and then spin around. He works on the head a lot.
He's been able to keep Regan off him, who took a couple of quick shots. Remember, the first period is 3 minutes long. They start on their feet. Second period is 2. The third period is 2. I'll tell you about some of the changes in team scoring here in just a moment, too, this year.
Got to be an offense now, guys. Let's go, both of you.
That voice is the voice of Bill Rhodes. And again, Regan comes in high on the leg. A whizzer by Dan Knight, that overhook to try to keep him out.
Regan's trying to get around, to cut around the corner and clear that leg. And, of course, that was a strong whizzer that prevented him from doing it.
Stalemate. Back to the center with now about 2 minutes left to go in the first match of our college wrestling season. Dan Knight of Iowa State on the right against Ed Regan, now on the right, from Lehigh. And I think Knight got a finger in the eye.
You'll notice right there at the first, you'll see that Dan Knight likes to work at the upper body, the 2-on-1, and that comes from his tremendous freestyle experience, but he's going to have to learn to vary that attack, and you can see right now he hasn't made a leg attack yet.
There's Jim Gibbons. He's been marvelously successful in just 2 years as the head coach.
Outstanding. He's really done a job here.
You know, when he first came into the job, some people said, well, they're taking a big chance. And there's the example of that snap down and speed that Tim was talking about. 2 points for Knight.
Really controls the head there. It's just not speed alone. Right here, now he's controlling the head. He snaps it, and now as he spins around, he's posting that man's head on the mat.
A minute and a half to go. And now Knight is on top. Riding with the tight waist, buckling the near arm, trying to keep Regan from getting up into a position where he can stand and fight those hands free.
Well, you'll notice Dan Knight really likes to ride that wrist. See, he has that wrist there. He works the wrist and the tight waist. He really likes to have a tough ride.
He has about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the first period. And his riding time is about a half a minute now. Now we see Regan on his feet, but he has the hands free. And out and escape, 2-1.
Knight really just kind of pushed him away there and decided that he'd like to go back to the feet.
Well, Regan made a lot of shots, but he didn't score. Now there again is Knight trying to snap down and come around. Post ahead.
That really can wear the defensive person out if he gets his head worked on hard.
Well, Regan made a nice counter, and then Knight countered that. He came in on the leg, and
Knight's whizzer then countered him back.
In the circle.
A little hip throw there. We have about 39 seconds to go as they start again. 2-1 Knight. First period at Iowa State's Hilton Coliseum. You're just in time to see the defending national champions wrestle Lehigh. That's Dan Knight. Now on the right. He's been defending against shots here most of the first period. Out of bounds with about 14 seconds to go.
Dan Knight really hasn't found the secret to the penetration yet here. You just saw a little effort at it, but he didn't get his
body
position
down.
That's right. He didn't get the body change there and in.
There's an arm drag. And nice counter there by Knight. It looked like Knight lost his concentration just for a second and then got it back.
Again, he was able to get Regan out of position, post him, and spin around.
There's Thad Turner, who is one of the most admired coaches in wrestling. He's had a wonderful career, and you can learn a lot from this man.
He's had 21 All-Americans since coaching there, 6 national champions, and he was the coach in college of Bobby Weaver, 1984 Olympic champion.
4-time Iowa high school champion and undefeated all that time through high school.
Only the second person ever to do that in Iowa.
It was Regan's choice here in the second period. He took down, and he threw a switch at Knight right away. And Knight has countered it rather well, but Regan is putting together a lot of moves. He's chaining on it.
What?
Making him work.
Same way now, no change, no change.
We'll come back to the center again. That took about 19 seconds.
Okay, we'll set again.
If you get a minute more riding time than your opponent, it's a point in college wrestling, as you know. And right now, Knight has 57 seconds worth. At the whistle, he makes a good move. 2-on-1 from the top. Now Regan is up and out. Regan, Knight just let him go, and he saw him come up. 4-2 now in favor of Knight.
Regan really has had some nice shots in on the single leg. He just hasn't been able to finish them on Dan Knight, but he really has been able to get some shots in, and sooner or later, those are going to work.
Brown, you got to go to work.
Lehigh Engineers. There's a double leg, but oh, a good tough counter by Knight, and he's going to score.
He really stopped it nicely with the hip action. If you notice that, it was just like running into a brick wall, and that was his hips. And now Dan Knight is looking for a major decision. He's letting him go and looking for the takedown.
That makes it 6-3. He's taking 2 points to give away 1. And he comes back with another takedown.
There again it was. Controlling the head, snapping and spinning around.
Yes, that's a double leg shot that Regan took. He made a... Look at this counter.
That's right. And you'll notice now he's going to snap the head, post, and spin.
Now back to the action again with the score 8-3. Knight leads and riding. In the second period, about a half a minute left. He let him go. It's 8-4 now. 2 points for a takedown and 1 for an escape. So Knight has been trading here.
Brown, you got to go to work out here now.
Referee Bill Rhodes brings him back to the middle again. We said Iowa State hopes to start fast here.
Here we go.
With the Knight brothers. Steve Knight will be up next at 126 against Noel Clabell. Not much going on now with 15 seconds to go in the second period. Regan slowed his attack down. And it would appear that now we're wrestling Knight's tempo. Here he comes in on the leg, but again, you see Knight's flatten him out, break him down.
Really brought him out of position. There's Perry Summit. There's a person that's really won some big matches for Iowa State at 118 the last couple of years.
Here we go.
Right now, I think he's having trouble, getting down to 118.
Right. He's a senior, Perry Summit. Now we're third period. This time, Knight got his choice, and he starts up. He likes to be on his feet, and I think you can see why.
Offense, guys. Let's go now.
He's figured out, he thinks, how to handle Regan up here. Ed Regan is only a sophomore, too. And Dan Knight is a freshman, a true freshman, not a redshirt freshman.
Some people were quite surprised to see Dan Knight in the lineup. A lot of times, freshmen are recruited and then redshirted, but Dan obviously wanted to get right in the lineup, and they needed him.
He also had some shoulder surgery between his senior year in high school and his freshman year at Iowa State, and there were some people who thought it was quite a serious injury. Doesn't seem to be bothering him now.
Stay intense now. Stay intense. Get on it.
Regan has not come after Knight. He's been burned a couple of times. But he's not going to score this way, and he got warned. There's the double leg. Boy, that whizzer's tough, though.
That's right. And Regan's really is getting in nicely, but he's just having a heck of a time finishing off. And you got to give credit to Dan Knight there for stopping that initial move.
Again, Regan drops his elevation and comes in. He's on his knees now, and you have a better chance if he got in a little deeper. See Knight just pushing him out. He's not losing anything this way. We have less than a minute to go. You can hear the Iowa State coaches saying, pick up the pace to Dan. That's Steve Knight, Dan's brother, who will be up next at 126. Dan Knight against Ed Regan of Lehigh.
You notice there, right there, he made the shot, and he has trouble, like I said earlier, lowering his elevation.
Getting all the way through.
That's right.
It's a partial duck under. That was sort of a look under. A lot of people can do the look under. Regan made an awfully long shot that time, and it had no chance of succeeding. We're now down to the last 10 seconds. It's 8-4 Knight. Spin around on the counter, and he picks up 2. But even with the point for riding time, he is a point short of a major decision, which this year counts 4 points for the team, and a technical fall is 5. So it's 11-4 in favor of Dan Knight, and Iowa State leaps out into a lead of 3-0 here over the Lehigh Engineers.